Hi again, this is Timmy Fan. Now I want to do a show about why diets don't work! I'm telling you, they don't. Believe me, I've been there, I've done that. It does not work. Look what it did for me. I used to weigh 100 pounds. Now I weigh 250? Something like that. I don't know. I got a blimpy body and skinny legs. I don't know why. Diets don't work. I don't care what anybody tells you. The only people who are going to tell you to go on a diet are skinny people who have never been there. Maybe they're people who have been fat before and a diet worked for them maybe a year ago. But statistically, the average diet does not work. You go on that diet the way that skinny people want you to, stop eating at all, I guarantee you, in 5 years, you're going to have every ounce of your weight back again, plus more. Believe me, I've been there. I used to go mountain climbing. Okay, my problem started back in 2004 when I had surgery, and I guess I got a little bit too comfortable. I used to always love Twinkies, and they never bothered me before. When I had that surgery and I got a little too comfortable in bed, my career as a mountain climber and a hiker, which I used to love to do every weekend, that all went out the tube. I'm going to tell you right now, diets do not work, and I got where I am because of dieting. Today I'm going to explain to you why diets don't work. Now, I've had people giving me the stereotypical assumption that because I'm big that I must eat everything in sight. Now, I can't really help the fact that yes, there are fat people who do eat everything in sight. I can't really say that there aren't, but they're usually people who are much bigger than I am. They're people who weigh about 600 pounds or more, and they've probably been like that for many, many, many years. Most of them are bedridden. That's not me. I like to get up and move around. But I don't eat any different now than I did when I weighed 100 pounds. And I kept that weight up for quite a long time. The only reason I'm fat is because of this operation that I had. Then all of a sudden, the way I used to eat when I weighed 100 pounds suddenly became an inappropriate way of eating when I had that operation. Whereas it used to just fall off my bones when I was younger. Since that operation, but I don't eat any different. And here's the thing. When you're dieting, it's important to eat. People say, stop eating. Don't have breakfast, don't have lunch, or don't have dinner. That's not a good idea. Let me tell you that right now. You must eat. Eating raises your metabolism because your body has to burn off those calories. Eating is really the only way to go. You don't have to stop eating the foods you love. Okay, now I stopped eating burgers, beef burgers. I prefer bison. Personally, I think it has a better taste, it's leaner, and there are no hormones, no antibiotics, all that stuff that makes you fat. I think it cooks up nicer. I prefer bison to beef, regular cattle beef. I prefer chicken over burgers any day of the week. Not necessarily fried chicken. I like to grill my chicken. Sometimes I add a little lemon pepper seasoning. That turned out to be real good. I really discovered that back in 2006, I think it was. I really enjoyed it. A little hint of lemon and some pepper, a little bit of salt, And I also discovered that I like turkey, not too much of it. One thing I can't give up, no matter how hard I try, is mashed potatoes. But you can even have that and still stick with your diet. The trick is to portion your meals. Like you eat a little bit now, put the rest away, save it for a little bit later, like 2 hours later, you can start getting a little bit hungrier. That's what dieting does to you. your metabolism speeds up and you start digesting food faster and it starts learning to burn those calories faster. And I remember when I had my surgery, my metabolism slowed way down. I started running into troubles then because I wasn't used to that. I was so used to my metabolism going faster, because I used to go hiking all the time. And it just started to slow down. And drinking a lot of water. I drink actually 2 of them of water every day. This is 42 ounces right here of water. That's a good sized cup of water. I prefer water. I don't even like sodas anymore. I did when I was younger and skinnier, and I used to drink them all the time. Didn't bother me. Drink lots of water. Eat like small portions. It's recommended that you eat 6 small portions, and I'll tell you why. It's important to eat 6 small portions a day. I'm not saying that you should eat 6 big, huge meals, like a plate full of food. That's not good. But 6 small meals will get you through that diet very good. Like, I like chicken. Okay, a piece of meat should be no bigger than the palm of your hand. That's about, usually you should have no more than 5 ounces of meat in a sitting. I would say 1/4 cup of mashed potatoes should be small. Can go up to 1/3 and, happily. And like 1 dinner roll. That should be your dinner right there. And you must also have veggies. And instead of seasoning it with butter, because butter is really fattening, you could go with a low-cal spread, margarine for example. Or what I like to do is I like to cook my veggies in chicken broth, which is real good. I also use that on my mashed potatoes as well, instead of milk and butter and stuff like that. A little bit of chicken broth is a real good substitute for butter. Well, this is Timmy Fan. I hope you learned a little something about why diets don't work and how to improve your chances of losing weight. And stay tuned for our next weight loss video given by my sister, Mykessa. Good night, everybody.